here on makeover day, which is perfect because look, here's you a little while ago. Here's you now. Look at that. Look, I bet you didn't know the wind actually got your shirt blown back a little bit.
It's all a part of the process. I have another part of my makeover process now.
You wearing underwear?
I'm wearing the Ellen underwear.
All right.
Yeah. So, putting it all in the...
It's comfortable, isn't it? No, everybody's saying it's comfortable. Is it not?
I'm more of a boxers person myself.
You're a boxers person? Well, I'll get you some boxers.
Okay.
All right.
And did I say that on national TV?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is that wrong to be a boxer person?
Well, no, I just didn't want to tell people what kind of underwear I wore.
Oh, because now you'll get it.
Yeah,
because whenever they're going to be throwing boxers on stage for you now. Now, because really, you know, they're going crazy for you. These. And it's amazing because this has happened so quickly for you. You've been doing this a long time, but suddenly, just a year ago.
Well, I was doing it as a hobby, you know. My mom said I started singing at 16 months old. But, you know, just kind of singing around, you know, I sang at church, I sang at some weddings, and I was going to be a teacher, and that's what I was going to do. But this, definitely a change in my direction, and it happened really quickly, so it's kind of hard to get used to it all so much.
Yeah, because usually people, you struggle and you work and you fail, and, you know, like the first time I did The Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, I just thought the next day I'd walk around the sidewalk and everybody, and no one recognized me, you know, because I just thought everyone, but you know.
You're doing okay now, though.
Yeah, it's been 25 years, I'm doing all right now. But you know, you're on American Idol, and suddenly you can't go to the grocery store anymore.
It's you know, people recognize it was such a big show, and of course that's a huge, I mean, everybody, of course, who doesn't like that? I mean, that's exciting for us, but it is really difficult to get used to really fast.
Yeah, and also to be scrutinized, because that's another thing. I mean, sort of that's what happened here. People are going, I'd rather you wear this or that. Yeah, people all of a sudden said, we want to change your hair. And
they did.
And how does that feel? Because you're really a nice guy, and you act like it's, you know, oh, that's Simon, and he had good comments. But Simon said some things that probably hurt your feelings.
Well, I look at it this way. First of all, Simon, he's, you know, he has a job to do. But I figure, you know, if I had known what to do to put myself on this show today and to become successful at this, I wouldn't have needed American Idol to do it. So I don't mind taking advice from people. I kind of, you know, I have my boundaries. I'm not going to do this and this, but I take suggestions.
Yeah, and it really didn't hurt your feelings if he said something that was mean? I mean, I would just start crying. That's what I would do.
Well, I think it was just, you know, it's a competition, it's a show, you came on to do it. If I wasn't ready to take it, then I shouldn't have come on. So I kind of took, you know, you just kind of at him behind his back. When
yeah. Well, that's what I'm trying to give you a chance to do right now. But you're too nice to do that. But and here's the lesson in all this is that you didn't even win. You came in second, and look at you. I mean,
I think it speaks to the show. The show was just a really amazing, powerful medium to teach us how to do this. You know, I did press, and I did performing in front of audiences and did the TV thing. So it was a great lesson teacher for me.
Right.
And it was a great, you know, way to find new people that the public likes.
Right, because they all got to vote. You know they like you because they all were.
Well, at least half of them do.
Yeah, no, it was more than that. I think it was very close.
It was close.
It was really, really close. But I mean, I think the point is to never give up, and you certainly are extremely talented and a really nice guy. And so I'm really happy for your success, and just hold on tight, because it's, you know, everybody just tries to take pieces of you, and you really just deserve to have a little bit of privacy. So
well, thank you.
Hold on to that.
Thank you very
Clay,
much.
thanks for being
Thank
here.
you for having me.
We're back with Kelly Clarkson, and wow, you have a good voice.
Oh, thank you.
You have an amazing voice. You know, a lot of people right now are not singing, and we were listening to you in rehearsal, and your voice is so amazing. I mean, we don't have people on our show that don't sing, but there are people, as you know, that aren't singing now.
Thank you.
And you have an incredible voice.
That's a very nice way to put it. That was very tactfully put.
Yeah, well.
Yes.
and congratulations on a Grammy
Thank you.
nomination.
I know.
Now,
excited.
Where were you when you found out?
Actually, yesterday I was on the radio. I was on the radio with see, I'm already excited. I'm losing my words. See,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You should be excited.
Yeah, I'm a dork. Okay, but I was on a radio interview, and my manager looked over me, and she was like, you got nominated for a Grammy, and on the, no kidding, in the interview, I was like, wow! Like on the interview, they were like, what kind of, does she not do interviews? Does she not know what she's doing?
Cars are crashing on the freeway.
They're like, what's going on? So it was actually cool. They got it documented and everything.
That's
so that's
great.
kind of cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, and because all this attention, I mean, obviously you've been singing for a long time.
Right.
But American Idol is what got you all the
Started,
attention.
yeah.
What were you doing before American Idol?
God, waitressing. I was a telemarketer for a little bit, which is a fun job. But I wasn't the mean kind of telemarketer.
We've gone from hating you to loving you.
Yeah.
Actually. Yeah.
No. But I wasn't the bad telemarketer. I was giving away free stuff. So that, and then technically once you got them into the comedy, because I was a cocktail waitress at a comedy club.
Oh, really?
And then, yeah.
Where?
And Hyenas. It used to be called the Funny Bone in Texas.
Hyenas.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so I was a telemarketer for them to get people to come in. So it was actually free tickets, but the catch was is the 2-drink minimum. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were kind of evil, kind of getting them in there, and then they had to spend money.
Well, that's how they get you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Hey, I have a dance move. Can I show you my dance move?
I would love to see
I was
it,
seeing
yeah.
Katie Couric getting the shoulders. Okay, y'all know the lawnmower? Do y'all know that one?
No.
Oh, okay, this is the lawnmower. Okay, this is the lawnmower. Okay, you push, and then you go, oh, wipe the sweat. Wipe the sweat. I just lost my entire fan base.
Yeah. This is a lawnmower too, but it's the riding lawnmower.
Yeah, but see, I was poor, so we had to push. We had to push.
Yeah, I used to have that thing too, and also the ones that aren't motor at all. It's just the.
Oh, the spinny thing.
Those things never work well.
Oh wow, yeah,
No.
that's ghetto.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. And it's hard to sharpen those things too. They never
Sharpen
really.
them?
Yeah. And it just pushes the grass down. It bends it over, sort of.
That doesn't really work.
No,
then.
it flattens it out like crop circles. So now you're going on to do this World Idol contest now?
Yeah, I'm doing this big World Idol thing. It's basically like American Idol, but on a bigger scale. And
who's all? Who
actually,
are the people?
It's like 11 different countries actually participating. I've met 3 other ones from the other countries. Because actually, I don't think everybody knows this, but excuse me, I talk too fast and I don't ever breathe. And anyway, so actually, it's a huge success in every country. It's like #1 show everywhere it's shown.
I bet it's fascinating.
I
to
know,
watch.
but I didn't know that. And then so when I started traveling, they were like, "Oh yeah, we have ours," and I was like, "What?"
So you're going to compete against the other countries, and it's Christmas Day.
Yeah, I believe it's Aaron Christmas Day, and it's like a 2-part thing. So it's that, and then the other show is whenever they announce the results and everything.
right.
But it's not so much about winning.
No.
It's more about it's world kind of everybody's getting to see you on a worldwide
Everybody gets to
scale.
see, and you're starting a world tour, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, then people will see you,
Yeah.
and congratulations.
Thank
Good luck to
you.
you. You can log on to our website to buy a copy of Kelly's new CD. Thankful. We're back. Ruben. Ruben, do you get that everywhere you go? Everybody's woo.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, you like it? Well, okay, how about, it's one thing to win American Idol and do what you're doing, but to get nominated for a Grammy, congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, man, it's been a really blessed year, man. To be nominated with like the class that I'm in is R. Kelly and, Luther and, that's a trip. So.
I know it. It must be weird to be up against Luther because your song is Luther's
Yeah,
song.
yeah, it's,
You're singing Luther's song against Luther.
Singing Luther's, that's pretty funny.
Yeah. But your voice, you do. I mean, the first time I heard you sing, that's exactly who I thought about as Luther, and I love Luther Vandross, so.
Great compliment.
Yeah, it is. So now, where were you when you found out you got nominated for Grammy?
I was doing an interview with CNN at J Records, and they were like, "You're nominated for a Grammy?" I was like, "No, I'm not."
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, really, that's amazing.
I've been having fun, man.
Yeah.
This is cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Especially getting to meet you, Ellen. You got it going on.
Yeah, well. So yeah, because you're all of a sudden, I mean, you get on this show and everybody now knows who you are,
Right.
and you're working like crazy. And Oh, that must be heavy, that watch. You want me to hold that for you? Is that too heavy for you?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
All right. Who makes that watch?
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yes.
Hey, Jacob. What advice do you have for the American Idol people? What would you say is the most important thing to keep in mind this whole thing?
Just have fun, man. I had fun through the whole process. I didn't take it really serious. I just went out there and did my thing, and you know, God blessed me to make it as far as I did. So,
Yeah.
you know, just have fun with it, man.
You look like you did. You look like you were just having fun, you know. But you have to get caught up in it a little bit. You really didn't care if you were voted off.
Nah, man. We just, you know, I got Ricky over there. Y'all didn't see Ricky singing.
Yeah, I
back,
saw
man.
him. Yeah.
But we just played around all day, man, until it was Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and we had to get a little serious and sing. But most of the time, we were just acting stupid in that big $10 million house.
Yeah. Yeah, but now you're having to do all the stuff that
Like,
really.
you put a whole bunch of country people in a $12 million crib, you know,
Yeah.
that's a lot of fun
Right.
going on.
Yeah. Is that thing still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
All right. Y'all didn't destroy it. All right. So what's going on with you? Do you live with Clay, or what happens? You and Clay, are y'all friends?
Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Yeah, y'all are good friends.
Yeah, we selling a lot of records.
Yeah, y'all are selling a lot of records. That's great. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your success, and you're a sweet guy, and
Thank
your
you.
voice is amazing.
Thank you so much.
So, listen, first of all, congratulations. I know you've had time to get over all this excitement now. It's been a while, but I'm still excited about it, almost like it was last night. I feel, oh, man. I remember it so clearly. When you won, and first of all, I'm so glad you won. I was, when you were crying, I was at home, and I know people were crying, but I wasn't just crying a little bit. I was like, I was crying so hard when you won.
I was too.
Yes, you were. And it was so moving that you were crying and singing and just, you've overcome so much.
Man, you know what? I always tell people, I've been through the storm and the rain, but I made it. I made it. It was tough. Y'all can clap for that one.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough, but I made it, and I'm doing something that I love to do, and I can take care of my own child now.
Yeah, because you, before this happened, you're 19. You have a 2-year-old, Zion. Is that her name?
Zion, yes.
Look at,
Oh.
she looks just like you. She's
Let
so
me see.
adorable.
Oh, look, she's back.
Look at that.
She's giving that look, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the look.
Yeah.
That's it.
She's got a little attitude.
I know.
I like it. I like it. You probably had that. You look like you just were born with personality. Just.
I was a happy kid, though. She's
Yeah.
got a lot of attitude.
Oh,
I don't know what to do with her.
really? But you're raising her by yourself. That's hard.
Yeah.
At 19 years
I'm a
old.
single mom.
Before, and you had some bad stuff happen to you, which
Yeah.
a lot of women get stuck in that and don't get out, and you got out.
I got out.
Yeah. So you were having a hard time feeding her even. You were like borrowing money to and then look at you now.
Yeah, you know, I don't have to borrow anymore.
Yeah. No. You're never gonna have to borrow.
We go to the Disney store and I'll be like, Zion, pick a baby doll. Pick a baby doll, Zion.
Well, I don't know how you felt, but when I saw you know, because I watch the show all the time, and I've watched every year. When I saw you audition, I hadn't seen everybody. I picked you immediately, and I said, that girl's going to win. She's got personality. She's got charisma. She's got you're just special. You're just really special.
Ellen,
Yeah. Seriously.
you're making me show all 500 of my teeth now.
That's a good thing. That's a good smile you have. Yeah. And so now, what were you? Did you think you were going to win? Because I know it was really tough at the end with Diana getting so close. And
You know, I was nervous because you never know. I was really nervous. You see how I jumped when Ryan called my name? I broke the heel on my favorite pair of shoes.
yeah.
Because I was like, oh, he said my name. He said
Yeah,
my name.
yeah.
But I was so nervous, but I was happy. And when he said it, I just said to myself, I made it, I made it, I made
Yeah.
it.
Well, you did make it, and you deserve it. And it was, you know, by, what, 1 million votes or something like that?
I don't even know. They
Yeah,
didn't tell
someone
me.
told me it was over 1 million votes. It's a lot, and that's a big deal. So people love you.
And I'm happy people like me for being me. You know, you remind me a lot of me, Ellen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
You get out here and you get the bow and you stole my dance.
You know what? I have a feeling that I did, because I heard this bobo thing you're talking about. I thought you meant, first of all, that bounce thing that you start doing when you start getting into the song and you start bouncing.
No.
I like that, but that's not the bobo. The bobo is a thing that I do all the time.
Yeah, I seen you. Ellen's been doing the bobo,
Yeah.
and you actually do it better than me.
No.
Yeah, you do.
I don't think I do. I don't. I beg to differ on the bobo. Now, so speaking of that, you broke your heel on your favorite shoe. What are you going to start spending? What's the first thing you're going to do with the money?
I want to bless my mom because she's been there for me. Gotta bless my mom. I don't know. I go to Target now, and I go when they open, and I don't leave until they close. And somebody said, well, why are you at Target? I'm like, hey, Target is the store. We call it Target now.
Yeah.
Right, Target?
Yeah. Now you don't have to worry. You just walk around with a big old cart.
With 2 carts.
Yeah.
I'm like,
2 carts. Now, and what does Zion think of all this stuff?
she's spoiled now.
Yeah.
And I actually laugh. I think about it, and I'm like, hey, man, there were times where I wanted to get her things for Christmas, and I couldn't even do it. And now, I'm like, shoot, Santa Claus is going to bring us a lot of stuff this Christmas, Zion. But she doesn't know. She just looks and like, why is everybody around? Why is everybody taking pictures? But I'm just happy now that I can take care of my own.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm really, really happy for
Thanks,
you. You're just so talented, and I know it's been a long road for you, and you deserve it. I'm thrilled for you, and I'm so excited that you're going to sing for us next.
Right, I'm not going to break the heel on these shoes.
No, those are some nice shoes. That's oh, come on, girl. How uncomfortable is that? Put on some tennis shoes.
I had on some bedroom shoes.
All right.
I was going to come out with my bedroom shoes on.
Some bedroom shoes?
Yeah.
What are those, like slippers?
Slippers, yeah.
Those would be shoes I wear out. All right. Oh, it's a stupid question, but I mean, of course you were surprised. Were you surprised?
You know, I prepare myself each week to go home. I've just been so blessed to have gotten this far, you know, so I prepare myself, but still when he said, you're going home, I was like, wow. Yeah, it was a bit of a shocker, definitely.
That
Thank
must
you
have
very
meant a
much.
lot to you that your mom was in the audience. And
Yes.
she's here today.
It meant the world to me. You know, I wanted to do better for her and for everyone, but it's just the way it is, you know?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's about doing better. It's just such a weird, you just never know.
You never know.
You never know if some people just didn't get through or didn't vote or they thought you didn't need the votes. Who knows?
It's cool.
I don't know.
It's cool. I'm just thankful that I got this far. It's kind of crazy.
It is definitely cool. It is very cool.
Thank you very
much. And you
much.
will definitely go on, and we can't wait to hear more from you. And while you're here, will you sing for us? Now, when you see that clip, take us back to, because I know for this to happen to you from such a small town, what are you feeling when you're in front of the crowd and they're about to make that announcement? Are you thinking anything? What are you thinking?
I thought about looking at the card for a second, and then I
noticed that, 'cause you
resisted.
could have
Yes,
looked
I kind
over.
of looked, and then I thought no, and I don't know. I just held my breath and just took one last look at that audience and just waited to hear a k or a b.
And what do you think winning this is going to do for you, actually?
Well, just so many doors. I mean, the world is in front of me now, and I mean, my dreams are no longer dreams, and they all have the possibility of becoming true. And just recording, I'm going to get to work with some awesome people, and I mean, just everything's happening. Everything great has happened, like, in the past 6 months.
Yeah.
Everything I've ever wanted to happen has happened.
Well, we're happy for you, and you really do have just such a beautiful voice. From Albemarle, North Carolina, please welcome your latest American Idol cast-off, Kelly Pickler!
I could not sleep last night. I only slept like an hour because I was up trying to practice how to dance. I've been practicing over the coffee table. Can I show you?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Let me move this.
All right, sure.
Okay.
Here, I'll move
Let's
this
see.
too.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
You did it! Leave it to me.
Yeah,
I tried. I didn't get to do your little
It's
seat
harder
thing.
than you think. No, that's fine. You did really well. I just don't
Thank
want to
you.
put this mic in that water now.
Yeah,
So,
we might have a fire
Yeah,
or electrocution.
yeah, not a fire, but it would be yeah,
An electrocution.
yeah. That you.
Man, I'm excited.
I'm excited to have you here. That's all right. Leave the water there. It'll remind her not to do it that way again. Woo, Kelly, really, you're excited to be here?
This is my favorite show.
Really?
Let me
Thank
tell
you very much.
I could not sleep last night.
Thank you very much. Well, so thank God you got kicked off so you could be here. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
This is when you know you've arrived.
Yeah. Now, what are you going to do now? Are you going to move back? Or are you going to stay here and keep pursuing it out here? What are you going to do?
Well, right now we're kind of working on the album.
Uh-huh.
So I'm really excited about that. And we've got the tour coming up. So never toured before, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that. So we're going to be working on that. And yes, I do. I want to stay here and see what doors open. I'm really excited. Woo!
Yeah. I believe doors have already opened for you. I think people fell in love with you because, you know, you just had such a great attitude. Like, no matter what happened, if somebody would say that wasn't good, you would just go, thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Thanks. It was just like you just really didn't get mad or your feelings. Did you ever get your feelings hurt by anybody saying, because you'd started out going, I butchered that song, didn't I?
Yeah. You know, sometimes, you know, you pick up magazines and stuff and you read all the negative stuff that they have in there. But, you know, you just think, I just keep telling myself that where there's one person that's bashing me, there's 100 people out there that's pulling for me, and you just try to surround yourself by positive people and just have fun.
Yeah, sometimes those negative
Sorry.
comments. Yeah.
I get a sudden outburst of excitement.
Hallelujah!
Woo!
Praise the Lord. But that's a good attitude because, you know, sometimes those negative comments are louder than the rest, but you don't let them in, and I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. And was it hard, do you find, because obviously they're making you sing all kinds of, you're not even listening to me, are you?
I'm just so excited.
Oh, I'm excited to have you here. All right, well, you must be on such a high. First of all, is it Jennifer or Jen, or what do you want?
Well, everybody seems to call me J Hud.
J Hud?
I like that.
You got a name already, a J Hud?
Yeah, I think I got it all the way back from Idol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm L Didge.
I think L Didge, that's right.
L Didge.
L Didge.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
All
starting it now. Spread it.
L Didge.
Now, last night I saw you there, and I left at around 11:30, quarter to 12. You performed?
Yes.
What time?
Well, I was the final performance.
You were the big deal. What time was the big deal? What time was the last performance?
Oh, I felt like it was like 1 in the morning or something like that, but it was pretty late. I was the last to go up, and I sang the big song, and I'm telling you, that was my first time actually singing the song.
Oh, really?
Yes.
How many takes did you do in that movie, do that song?
Well, I don't know how many takes, but it was 4 days of shooting that one scene, and I recorded it about 4 different times.
That's amazing.
Yep.
Amazing. I had chills watching that. It was
Wow.
incredible. I wish I would have seen that live.
Oh,
I'm sorry that I just can't stay up that late.
L Dog, what is it?
L Didge.
L Didge, how you miss it?
Yeah. I don't know. I gotta throw down or something. So, all right, explain the process that you went through to get this part, because it was a huge. How long did it take you to find out?
God, it was a 6-month process. 3 different auditions, and it went from you're by far the best we've seen to saying, you know, you're not being considered anymore, we're gonna go in a different direction, to calling me back and saying, you know what, congratulations, Jennifer Hudson, you're Effie White. So it was a long process.
And so I heard that you got on the plane and you were rehearsing on the plane.
See, they called me when I finally got the part, like my mom and everybody was like, just, you know, let it go. You didn't get it, it's over. And I was like, you know what, let them think I gave it up. And I said, Lord, I still believe. And
Lord.
They acted he kept it too. And 4 days, 4 days after that, they called me back having me to come back out to LA. They called at 3 p.m., had me on a plane by 7 p.m. And they told me to make sure I knew, and I'm telling you, inside and out. So I was on the plane learning the song, and I'm just singing, and people looking. I'm like, I'm sorry, honey, but I got to be Effie right now. I have to get this song
Wait a minute,
together.
so you were out loud singing on the plane?
Oh, yes.
Now, were people annoyed, or were they like, oh
No,
my
they
God,
was
this
just
is
like,
amazing?
She's serious about it, because she's really over there singing on the plane. You know, everybody's in their own little section on the plane and all content, and I'm just the welling, having a ball. I had to get it down.
So I'm sitting next to you.
I'm sitting here now,
I'm
honey.
sitting next to you, and you're what? You just
I'm
are singing
like going over it. I
loud?
don't even know. Probably.
You don't know.
I must have been loud because they all were watching. Like, she okay? I'm all right. I'm just Effie.
And you have won, let me just remind you, and just moments ago, you won BAFTA, which is the British equivalent of an Oscar. She just won that a few minutes ago. You won Golden Globe, Screen Actors Guild, Critics' Choice Award, National Board of Review, tons of Critics Awards, and just so many. I mean, how are you? We talked last night about like how you, and you're singing at the Oscars also. So are you going to be more relaxed singing on stage, or be more relaxed in the audience? How do you feel about it?
I just don't think I'll be relaxed at all.
Yeah.
I'll be a nervous wreck, but I'm excited. I feel like I've already won, a winner by being a nominee.
Yeah.
That's something I didn't expect at all.
Yeah. Well, that's my job to relax you, and that's why I said we're gonna be cool that night.
So
Elle did.
We're gonna relax.
Yeah.
That day and
Yeah.
just
I'll
relax.
look at you in the audience, and you know.
It's all about relaxing.
Oh no! Look what I've
So
done.
you gotta relax. You gotta come on, relax. You're nervous. Oh, there you go. There you go.
It's a shame. Well, you're doing whatever you're doing. You're making all the right decisions.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll see you a little later, and we'll see you on Oscar night.
Oh goodness, I'm gonna be relaxed.
All right. Yeah.
Ellie,
So I asked Robin this, and you know, this is a pretty quick rise for you too. Where were you like when you were? What was your dream? Was it to do what you're doing, or?
I had a bunch of actually. First, it was as a kid. I grew up listening to Mariah Carey. That was like my ultimate dream. And then I got to 16, to 17, to 18, to 19. I never got the record deal. I didn't know exactly how to get a record deal. So I studied a lot of theater in high school, and then went to college for about 3 semesters for theater. And then I dropped out and tried to be an actress in LA. So, and then I got sick of that, and then I just decided to audition for Idol. So I just had I always said to myself, whatever way I can kind of get a door to open. Like, I love all of it.
Right.
I just want to do all of it.
Because you want to act as well.
Yeah.
But this is...
Obviously, I'm so focused on the music right now, so I can't even think about that, but yeah.
Well, it's great. The album's great, and you sound
Thank
great.
you.
Hi, Jordan.
Hello.
All right, so I know it's been a week, and you've had lots of time to rest and everything, but...
yeah, totally.
Yeah, but has it sunk in yet, or...
It hasn't really hit me yet. It's still really crazy. People are like, so how does it feel? And I'm like, what? Yeah? And I don't know. It's just so crazy.
You're kind of numb still from it. No, but seriously, you have to, because everybody kept saying, we had sort of a poll here, and we asked our audience to vote, and you were the one that everyone picked to win. Everybody wanted you to win. So this has been going on for a while.
Thank you.
So, and you must have heard that, you know, and you know you're good. And like, do you think, I have this made, or do you have to at some point think, I'm in good shape here?
Yeah, I mean, I am like, wow, this is really cool. I mean, me and Blake, we both won no matter what. Like,
Right.
it's just gonna be great, and we're both gonna go on tour and release albums, so it's gonna be awesome, and it's weird for me to think about because I've been wanting to do it for so long, and now it's here. It's just, so
Well, you've
crazy.
been watching since you were 11, is that right?
Right, I've been watching since Kelly, and I remember telling my mom, I was like, I want to do that, Mom. I want to be on that stage, but I was way too young. I had no idea there would be this many seasons, and I was standing on the stage, and I was looking down at my mom and looking at the people and the judges, and I realized I was standing there, and I was doing it, and I remembered saying that I wanted to do it, and I did it, and I can't believe I did, so it's been amazing.
Well, I'm sure you did it because you said you wanted to do it, don't you think?
I did.
You saw yourself doing it, and you knew that is a weird experience, though, when you also accomplish something that you've actually set your mind to.
Yeah, like everything just came full circle and fell into place, and I was just like,
whoa. And I got so overwhelmed. It was an amazing moment.
But the pace really is. There's so much rehearsal. There's so much. It's amazing your voice doesn't give out, you know, because of having to sing constantly and the schedule that you're young, so that helps a little bit.
Of course, being 17.
Yeah. You're 17. Speaking of 17, before this, which I did not know, you were a model and what they call a plus-size model, which I'm sort of offended by. I mean, this is a plus size. I think that's insulting. I think this is a healthy size. That's what I think.
Thank you. That's what I think too.
Yeah, I think it's a
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I do. And so you can keep modeling. Now you're going to get all kinds of offers now that you're huge,
I guess.
American Idol.
I would love to. Hit me up.
Yeah, all right.
I'd love to do something.
All right, and do you want to act? Do you want to move on and do all kinds of things?
I would love to. I mean, singing is gonna be my #1. It's my first love, and I love it, and it's what I want to do for the rest of my life. But you know, on the side, I would love to do acting or do some voiceovers or something. So I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, you should. You should do as
Build
much.
an empire.
You should build an empire.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're starting young, and that's when you do it. You start now. Yeah. You are, I was watching you in rehearsal, which, by the way, your voice just blows me away. I love your voice.
Thank
It's
you.
so beautifully clear and strong, and but you're just even more beautiful in person. Like, you're good looking, but you're like, I love the way you look. And what I love when I watch you, too, and I was watching you the other night on something on Letterman, I think, when you perform, you are so present. You don't ever seem, and I know you've done this for a while and you've done theater, but you just never seem nervous. You always seem like you're in the moment and you're singing and you're...
That's what you think.
Really? Really?
I get nervous a lot. I just have learned how to kind of hide it.
Yeah, but usually you can't hide it in eyes. You can see in someone's eyes, but you don't seem to get nervous. But you do get nervous.
Yeah, here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so...
I was nervous the other night.
Yeah, okay, let's... Were you nervous before you went on stage with the AMAs, or nervous after? Or,
all of the above. Just a little bit nervous.
Because that was your like debut. That was your coming out. Like, here, what's he gonna do?
Yeah. And I suppose I think part of what I got caught up in is that I forgot that this is the first time people were seeing me on TV again after Idol, and I didn't really think about that as objectively as I might have wanted to.
Because is that sort of how you are all the time? Like that you're that much of a showman on stage?
Well, I mean, it's...
I say the word showman.
Showman.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think on Idol, I experimented with a lot of different styles and outfits and tempos and things like that. And then I went on tour over the summer and experimented with different types of performing there. And then I was in the studio making a record. So for me, this has all been one journey. And for me, I was like, I'm going to try to do something a little risque now. And it just, you know...
A lot of people didn't like it.
It was maybe a little too far.
Yeah.
And you know, and
do you feel that now? Do you feel it was too far?
I think in hindsight, I look back on it and I go, okay, maybe that wasn't the best first impression to make again, like the second impression. And I mean, I had fun up there. I had a good time. My dancers had fun. The band had fun. But I also recognize that. Thank you. Thank you. But you know what? I respect people, and I feel like people walked away from that feeling disrespected, and I would never intend to disrespect anybody.
Right.
So that was not my intention.
Right. My whole thing is, I feel like if you're going to be offended by a show of sexuality on stage, then you should be offended by all shows of sexuality. It should be all forms, right? Because, you know, if you have kids at home and they're watching it, whatever, 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, your kids shouldn't be seeing anybody acting in an extreme sexual manner. I don't think that's okay, you know, if you're going to be offended by it. But if not, then it should be okay for everybody. It shouldn't be excluded, you know, because everybody else does it.
Yeah, I think it's not, people aren't used to seeing gay men portrayed that way on TV. I mean, the gay male image in the media tends to be very cliche and safe. And I think, you know, I got up there and had a little bit more energy, a little more, you know, I was attempting to interpret the lyrics of the song, quite simply.
Right.
Which, you know, I was putting on a character, I was putting on a persona, being this kind of, you know, rock star, kind of like, you know, dangerous kind of guy. After seeing one of my favorites, Lady Gaga, tear it apart on stage, she was incredible.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something came over me, I got caught up in the moment, and maybe went a little too far.
And how did your parents feel about it? What did they think?
Yeah, I think my dad was like, well, maybe you should apologize, Adam. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you should do that. And I was like, well, Dad, I don't feel like I did anything wrong. It just maybe wasn't the right judgment call.
Right.
You know?
For like you said.
It's a taste thing, I think, more than an obscenity thing. Or, I think it's just a taste level.
Yeah, a lot of people were frightened by that. Now, and then you were canceled the next morning. You were supposed to be on
Good Morning America. A couple days later, yeah.
And they canceled you.
Mm-hmm. I think ABC was a little bit mad
ABC was mad at you.
And I don't blame them. You know, I got carried away. It was stuff that I did not do in the rehearsal, so they were probably a little bit taken aback. And, they gave me a great opportunity to close the AMAs, and I would never want to smack that gift horse in the mouth. I think that they were taking a big leap of faith having me do that, and unfortunately it didn't work out as we all thought it would.
Right. Well, it got the show a lot of attention. It did do that. I mean...
Yeah, it's kind of ironic, yeah.
Right. Which is why I love your new song. I really love it. It's such a great song anyway, but I love the lyrics, what do you want from me? Because, when you're, especially when you're new and people are trying to decide, do we like you, do we not like you, who are you? It's really hard to please everybody out there.
Really
and
hard.
You're learning that the hard way right out of the gate. So I think you're amazing. I think you're a good guy. I think you're smart. And I think you did something, like you said, that might have been a bad judgment call for some people. But I hope this doesn't hurt you, because I think you're amazing.
Thank you.
I think you're incredible.
Thank you.